SpeedGaming. How we doing here? That's right. We got plenty more Super Metroid Randomizer action coming your way between Kyzentun and mrddraig. My name is the Hockey Towner, and as you can see, this race is well underway. Love the sprite from Kyzentun. Can somebody tell me what was that Alpha Missiles? Because I did not get that, and I know that they both have morphing builds. Ah, it's regular old bombs. Excellent, excellent. So, some key items discovered here in Retro Bryn. But nothing too exciting yet. The mode for this week is Chozo Rando, with light area randomization and boss shuffle is on. So, these runners would do well to remember to check the back. But they do have power bombs. Both of them are going upstairs. That's interesting. Not checking the transition kind of reverse meme route. Or forward meme route for that matter. Thanks for the tip, Nate. I'll just sit a little closer to my microphone. That should increase the volume. I have no control over such things. I can't do it all. Yeah, I know, Ian. I'm just not gonna do everything. I can't track and commentate and control, you know. I'm not that good. No, I can't stop shouting because that's how I talk. Haven't you heard my commentary? Okay, so 230 check here from Kyzentun. Very, very heads up play. Draig following with the same. That is a regular missile pack. I believe they did get a missile at Old Mother Brain. And we do have an offer for tracking from Kirito. That's entirely up to you. If you want to fill in the blanks, I'm sure I'm gonna miss some things, but we'll do our absolute best. We'll do our absolute best to the best of our ability, just like these two runners. I'm sorry to say that I did not come in super prepared to this race. It was a game time decision that I decided to commentate it. Not sure of these runners' records or if there's playoff implications. That is a wave beam at Bomb Chorizo, and because they have normal bombs, they are going to have to fight BT, but they are well equipped for this fight with super missiles. You can see it's a very speedy fight. Of course, super missiles not intended to have for a BT fight, but our runners certainly have them. All the minor items they need for exploration purposes. We are looking real sharp here. Now that is the spirit of generosity and covering my behind. Kirito coming through with the tracking. I really appreciate it. That frees me up to just focus on what the runners are doing. And I love that ship from Kyzentun. Goes great with this sprite. So the Chozo part of this is pretty self-explanatory. The major items are distributed across the item locations that have Chozo statues, as well as behind the bosses, with the right side supers in the wreck ship serving as the behind Fantoon item. But of course, there's no guarantee that our runners will have access to those items since the bosses are shuffled. Now with light area, on the other hand, every location in Zebes has portals to other areas. And as many portals as there are in an area in the vanilla game, that's as many portals as there are to that area. I hope that made sense, chat. That was a pretty clunky explanation. But that is how it's going to work. So, like, if there's a wreck ship entrance off of a criteria, there's still going to be a wreck ship entrance. It's just not necessarily going to be at the mode. And I think we do have a vanilla Touraian. Finding Touraian is really important in these area randos. Maybe not so difficult in light area, but certainly important in full. Looks like Kyzentun going for the gauntlet check. Plenty of power bombs, plenty of ammunition. But Draig is already down into Green Brinstar. Green Brinstar is a great hub location. At least 3 Chozo statues to check. But I think Draig came up empty on the first one. But still, there's back of Spore Spawn to check. There's Charge Beam. And then you could also go follow that into Green Hill, find out what's in that transition at the top of Green Hill. And if you don't like that one, you can keep on going. I hope this is something really, really sweet for Kyzentun here. At least in the back gauntlets. I didn't catch what was at the front of gauntlet. ISP, be damned. We are overcoming technical difficulties, chat, both on the Twitch side and on the ISP side. But you know what? The show must go on, and we thank you all for being here, choosing to join us this afternoon right here on SpeedGaming 2. And I would just love it if somebody in chat had their records. I would love to know the implications of this matchup. That's right. I'm crowdsourcing my commentary prep, and I'm not ashamed to do it. That's an energy tank pickup at Terminator for Kyzentun. Draig having a bit of difficulty with this setup for the back of Spore Spawn. Not quite getting those supers to connect, having to farm up. This could give Kyzentun a chance to capitalize if Green Brinstar is next on the docket. Alright, looks like Draig made it through. Gonna check that item. Peep that item. Is it X-ray? It is X-ray, but a space jump pickup at the charge beam is really nice. And now I'm getting it, refreshing my memory. Double power bombs with a missile at Brinstar Reserve. And oh, thank you so much, chat. 3-2 matchup. So potential playoff implications, at least an opportunity to make the play-in race if the winner of this match can win out and finish 5-2. So I've said it before and I'll say it again, chat. Almost every time I've commentated or tracked or viewed a race in this tournament, the suits have been next to each other, geographically speaking. Are we going to see that again? Your guess is as good as mine. So looks like Draig has done kind of a big loop. It's back at the moat. Decides to skip that energy tank for now. Maybe gonna CW or just space jump back across. Maybe having second thoughts here on closing that loop instead. Maybe, or just wanted the E-tank. Looks like he just wanted the E-tank. But Kyzentun is gonna be rewarded with that X-ray scope here in the back of Spore Spawn. And he'll be finding space jump in no time at all down at Charge Beam. Oh man, and now we're into Forgotten Highway without a gravity suit for Draig. This is tough decision making here, I think, but really not a lot of choices. I'm curious to see if Kyzentun is going to do something different. It looks like Draig is actually bailing on this decision to go up Forgotten Highway. But nice pickup for Kyzentun. Got that space jump. Yeah, slow in chat pointing out, yeah, it's probably a one-way trip if Draig decides to go that way through Forgotten Highway. So pretty elaborate seeds so far. Decent beam, decent movement items early, but haven't even gotten a single whiff of a suit yet. Oh, I love that iconic spacecraft there for Draig. We're gonna get a spacer check from Kyzentun. This is, of course, a Chozo item. Just flying through there, right above the corn attic, as we call it. And a screw attack. That pairs so perfectly with the space jump. It's like peanut butter and jelly. And any other combination you can think of, but that's the only one that comes to mind right now. Maybe red wine and filet mignon. I have no idea, chat. PB&J is iconic, though. It's as iconic as space jump and screw attack. Gauntlet check here for Mr. Draig. And it looks like X-ray scope for Kyzentun. Just an energy tank at Gauntlet. Draig deciding to reset. All the way back to the ship. But what does X-ray have in store? It is a super missile. So, you know what I say, Chad. More ammo, more better. So I think Mr. Draig has the idea that I had at the beginning to check the meme route. Looks like he's making a beeline for Retro Brinstar. Meanwhile, Kyzentun is climbing all the way up Red Tower. That's a bunch more transitions, as well as a Chozo statue to check at the Alpha Power Bombs location. Really curious to see what our runners decide next, depending on what portals they find. And Draig saying, nope, do not want that reserve tank, because that's a hard skip. And taking his time with these side hoppers, but I think in light area, it's not necessary to kill them, but doing well to avoid taking damage from them. Oh, now, oh my goodness, we're going to have a little high five here. Just barely missed out on the high five opportunity. So that is really interesting, that portal. So that was Red Tower access from the beginning of the game, but boy, depending on where this leads. right into Meridia. My goodness. Chad, I don't know about you. This is a tough seed. We gotta find Norfair. And it's completely unfair that they haven't found Norfair yet. Oh my goodness. Edenade, they're bailing me out in chat. Thank you, Edenade. So runners have found the elevator to Norfair, but still maybe looking for a suit, making those checks. It's vanilla! My favorite flavor. Absolute favorite flavor. Don't sleep on vanilla, chat. But yeah, plenty of health here. And Kyzen gonna be the first one to make it down to Business Center in Upper Norfair. Chock-a-block full of checks. Ice Beam, High Jump Boots, Speed and Wave after Bubble Mountain. 5 tanks with a reserve that's a really comfortable amount of energy for hell runs. Oh my goodness, Chad, don't get me started on ice cream flavors. I'll just miss everything going on in this perilous and certainly intricate seed unfolding before our eyes. 3-2 matchup here in the Super Metroid Randomizer Multi-Category Tournament 2022 edition between Kyzentun and mrddraig. So, Thraig going to be rewarded with a super missile here. Didn't look like there was anything of note there at Ice Beam, but maybe High Jump will deliver for Kyzen. And it certainly does with that Charge Beam. Charge Wave is a terrific beam combination, especially this early in the match. That is a great pickup, not necessarily progression, but makes for comfier boss fights, especially with the limited number of supers in this seed. It looks like Thraig, having made that X-ray check, is having the same idea. Oh, he still has to check Spazer. Didn't know he didn't come this way, but now picking up that screw attack. And Kyzen just doing his best to farm up some power bombs, just in case. That's plenty of ammo. Has Crystal Flash ammo with 15 power bombs, but couple super shy of being able to execute a Crystal Flash. But I sincerely doubt that Kyzen would need a Crystal Flash through Cathedral. But stranger things have happened in this tournament. And it looks like Kyzen is going back up the elevator. But Thraig has found the Kraid's warehouse, the warehouse belonging to Kraid. But there's no guarantee that it will be Kraid. So that is very vanilla, those transitions there. So from kind of the east end of Red Tower into Norfair elevator into Kraid's warehouse, that is totally vanilla. Now, if we get Kraid at Kraid, we've got to re-roll the seed. I'm sorry, no, of course we don't. But it would be funny. It would be funny if there isn't things that are sufficiently randomized that the runners can agree to re-roll. Good call, Chad. It is Ridley. That left scrolling is just absolutely unmistakable. So that's a bit unfriendly. Oh yeah, I have to agree, chat. That was brilliant from Kyzentun. Because now just straight into Cathedral Hell Run. Meanwhile, Thraig has to go all the way back down the elevator and all the way out Craig's Warehouse before that. That was a heads-up play from Kyzentun. Yeah, I think Ridley on 4 tanks with 10 supers and Wave Beam with no charge, I think that's a tall ask. I think Kyzentun having Crystal Flash ammo had a better shot with charge, but still, I mean, you're looking for 30 supers minimum. But Thraig going to be rewarded with that charge beam, and we will get a speed check from Kyzen. Curious to see what they find here in Bubble Mountain. And yeah, illustrious tracker Kirito coming at the last minute, filling the role of tracker for this race. Thank you, Kirito. But pointing out that having wave and charge, that unlocks the special beam attack known as the X Factor, which is a very useful attack for multiple bosses. So Kaizen's farmed up, heading down to speed booster. Hopefully it's movement, progression, something. Perfect location for an energy tank as well. Oh my goodness. Varia suit at speed booster. I mean, what do you do here? Do you just go fight Ridley? What do you do? Do you keep exploring? I think you keep exploring. That is a tremendous pickup. Coupled with the space jump and screw attack, worst room in the game is going to be no sweat if our runners even have to enter into Lower Norfair through the elevator, through the normal direction. I agree, Chad. Absolutely check Wave Beam. Now, Thraig really has to push it here. Energy not looking terrific. But bailed out because Ice is an energy tank that's a perfect refill. Could use X Factors on Ridley, but it is a dangerous strategy because you tank a lot of damage from moving into Ridley with those X Factors. And yo, how about that Spring Ball at Wave Beam? So we are going to see this Lower Norfair exit portal check from Kyzentun. Meanwhile, Thraig just trying to get that energy up, trying to get a few more... I was going to say, trying to get a few more power bumps, but definitely taking it safer. And how about Crockemeyer? That's an interesting place for Croc. Not easy to orphan, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. I think if you find Croc here, you just do it. It's super relatively close to everything. You've still got portals to check. You're pretty much tapped out on items, and plus, you know, grapple is a Chozo statue. Kyzentun bringing the total power bomb count all the way up to 20. No farming required in Touraian. Plenty of firepower for Ridley. So if you can get those power bombs to double hit, they can do a pretty decent amount of damage. I just really want to know what's in grapple. So Thraig has completed his hell runs. Just has one more to go. Complete his outrun to Bow Mountain, I should say. Gets up to that farm location, just gonna get that health up, and then again the perfect refill followed by that Varia suit. It just couldn't be sweeter for these runners in this seed. That statement is, of course, my opinion, patent pending, void where prohibited, and no cash on delivery or refunds. You heard it here first, Chad. But this is the one we've been waiting for. Is this going to be Gravity Suit? Oh my goodness, Chad. Wow. Okay. So, this seed just got blown apart. I'm talking Napoleon blown apart right now. That is like 8 races in a row that I've seen with the suits that close. Stack Varia was at speed booster. That is incredible. Well, I really hope that Thraig goes down and faces Croc. Because that is the key. The key is the key. The gravity suit is the keystone of this seed. Otherwise, you're looking at a perilously slow Meridia. So if you're Kyzentun, I mean, the world is your oyster right now. You can pretty much go anywhere and do anything. We've got Big Bad Ridley at Kraid's warehouse, and at least one Meridia portal already discovered. But there's just so much more to check still. Not in terms of items, but in terms of portals. I feel like this has been well routed for both runners. It's just that Thraig is making the checks that Kyzentun has already made a little bit later. And that is, oh my goodness, 3 Musketeers here for Kyzen. This works out just perfectly. Just tanking the damage. 8 tanks. I should check that. 7 tanks plus reserve. Not even concerned about the acid. It's like an energy tank at Hoda PBs. Kyzen says, And this makes me happy. I'm glad that Thraig is down here facing Croc, because that means he'll find Gravity Suit. You hate to see runners orphan key items like Gravity Suit. I know that these runners are capable of suitless, but why take that chance? But with this item loadout and with that portal to the back of Lower Norfair, I should say the exit of Lower Norfair, this is going to be a really fast Lower Norfair for these runners. You love to see it. No matter what bosses at Ridley, I mean, these runners have what they need, and then some. It might not be the comfiest fight in terms of damage output, but my goodness, if it's Dragon, they're getting clean out of Dragon's Slayer. If it's either Fantune or Kraid, forget about it. They've been ready to fight those bosses since like the 10-minute mark. Look at that. Beautiful Metal Pirates from Kyzen there. Just manipulating their attacks, striking when they're gold, and Thraig going down to grapple, so this is going to be rewarded handsomely. Alright, Chad, place your bets. Who's it going to be? Got 2 votes for Kraid, 1 for Dre. I'm gonna be contrarian. I'm gonna say it's Phantom. Oh, it is Kraid. All right. Guys, setting up for that Kraid quick kill. No sweat with these items. Did land that second missile, but following up with that fusillade of supers. 4 supers delivered to that stun lock Kraid mouth. Perfectly executed. Well done. And the hits just keep on coming, chat. How about high jump boots behind Kraid? My goodness. The seed was a little flirty, chat. It was kind of like, here's a space jump, here's some bombs, here's a screw attack. Like, you got what you need for Lower Norfair, and then boom, double suits in Norfair, including Crocs / grapple, and now high jump boots behind Kraid. Like, come on. That is absolutely stunning. And welcome in Raiders from SpeedGaming 3. I hope you're ready for some Super Metroid Randomizer multi-category tournament action coming your way. We've got a really great race here between Kyzentun and mrddraig. We've got Chozo item randomization. So the items are distributed amongst the Chozo statues. We've got light area randomization. So every portion of the game, whether it's Criteria, Brinstar, Wreck Ship, etc., has the same number of connections to the vanilla locations that they connect to. They're just all mishmash. And lastly, we do have boss shuffle or boss rando. And we just saw a Kraid fight at Ridley. Kyzentun making his way back out of Lower Norfair, but Thraig going downtown. Going to be checking, I think, the Gravitron, perhaps. But I think it was the like the Croc escape. Oh, now this is an interesting play from Kyzentun. I actually really like this to be using. Now that you have all these wonderful items and all this wonderful health. Yeah, I was totally wrong. So, Thraig going the same way as Kyzentun in terms of entering Lower Norfair from the back way. But I do like this play. I wonder if it's just about the portal, if we are going to see a screw attack check. Yeah, I hope we get you brought up to speed there, chat. This is a 3-2 matchup, so it's not necessarily a playoff elimination match, and it's not necessarily a playoff lock match. But there are playoff considerations in this race. I believe the winner of this race would have to win out. They would have to win week 7 to have a shot at the play-in race. Oh, and that's unfortunate for Kaizen running out of supers on that green gate glitch. That's a really finicky trick. So unfortunately, having to orphan whatever was that screw attack. I hope it's not something vital, but with this loadout, I mean, you're gonna have a really long Mother Brain too, with only 20 supers max. But at the same time, you're not gonna get soft locked. You don't have to hunt down ammo. Yeah, chat point out you could X Factor too. X Factoring Mother Brain, I feel like is a pretty gutsy. I would love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. But on the other bosses, for sure. Especially that nasty Phantom. Oh, that Metal Pirate just being so trolly to Thraig there, just going doink, sending that super into the ceiling. It looked gold to me. I thought it was still gold. Yeah, Raiders, I did my best to explain it, but obviously I fell a little bit short. But there's a lot going on in the Super Metroid Randomizer multi-category tournament this year. I can take another stab at it. I think I'll take another stab at it, but I'm gonna wait a little bit. As Kyzentun is into Kraid's warehouse, the janitor's closet is open to him now. But just a missile. Gonna pick that up though, that's a smart play. More ammo, more better is what I always say. But Thraig taking Kraid to prom. Gonna try to deliver those super missiles to his mouth. And end this fight shortly. Very nicely done. But now we've got her, so we're gonna see ourselves an interesting Ridley fight from Kyzen. So Thraig on the escape now. I wonder where he's gonna go next. If he's gonna just do what Kyzen did, make a beeline for Ridley. Because I think it's Thraig that knows that it's Ridley. I don't think Kyzentun knows that it's Ridley. Don't quote me on that, chat. Now this is a heads-up play. Farming those supers off of Mini Kraid. Might do that a couple times. Mini Kraid is guaranteed to drop a ton of supers. That brings Kyzen to full supers, minus the one on the Ghidorah. Ah, that's right. Thank you so much, Chad. I forgot about that. Yeah, it was the better save scum play from Kyzen because he had to save in Frogman. This is really going to soften up Ridley here with all these supers. Oh no, those darn ads. Alright, so after this Ridley fight, we'll give you the skinny, Chad, if you're just joining us from SpeedGaming 3. We'll give you the full lowdown, the 411, if you will, on this week's settings. And this is what has been developing into a really tight race. Very, very interesting scene between Kyzentun and Mr. Thraig. So Kyzen not electing to go with X Factors just to low. He did go with X Factors. Switching gears here, trying to land those particles. This is so hard. Now just going for the double hits on the power. He's got plenty of power bombs. Can't actually do anything until that wave particle gets off screen. So just delivering the goods, delivering the damage to Ridley here. And Ridley's starting to charge, so you know that he's got low health. Yeah, but Kyzen's got plenty of health, he's not worried. I told you, Chad, that we'd have an interesting fight, and it has certainly been interesting. It's a tough ask with this beam combination. I agree. Ridley's just being an absolute menace. Refusing to go down without a fight. A couple more charge shots. Screw attack is a great item to have here too, so you can actually jump into and kind of bounce off of it. Ridley's in for a world of hurt here, and that will do it for Kyzentun. GG's on a tough Ridley fight. My goodness. All right, SG3 Raiders, if you're just joining us now that the ad rolls are over, we have an exciting race here. We are 40 minutes in. We've got both suits. For all intents and purposes, we are in go mode. But we do have the items were randomized on the Chozo statues. That is a so-called Chozo rando. We also had light area rando. So all of the transitions or portals from each area of the game, Criteria, Brinstar, Rex Ship, Those have all been shuffled, but only to a location that they are normally in the vanilla game connected to. So like, take for instance Wreck Ship. Wreck Ship connects to Criteria and also connects to Meridia via the Forgotten Highway. So those two can be flip-flopped or they can be vanilla, etc., etc. And then just to make things just even more interesting, we do, as you've seen, fighting Ridley in Kraid's warehouse, we do have boss shuffle. So that has all sorts of ramifications for routing, especially if you get like an early Dragon fight. You don't have to necessarily fight Botoon. You can actually go through the doors that would normally be locked, take the sand pits down, kind of boomerang your way around without ever fighting Botoon. But that is not gonna be happening per se for these runners. I do believe Meridia is gonna be next on the docket, unless there's a portal that I forgot that leads directly to Wreck Ship. It's your guess is as good as mine, Chad. These are always very exciting and fun. And now we're going to be able to see Draig on the Ridley fight, this time with 24 supers on tip, 15 power bombs. So I tipped the power bomb cap, advantage cap to Kyzentun, but Draig going to be able to deliver nearly enough damage. Just three, I should say six supers short. Kyzentun into the Mushroom Kingdom here in Criteria. Gotta be thinking Wreck Ship, I think. Yeah, so definitely thinking about it. Unless, Chad, bail me out, unless there was a Meridia transition here. But it can't be because it's Criteria. See? I understand light area, I promise. Now, if this were full area, yeah, if this were full area, I would just be sitting here just going, you know, just constantly. If I'm not already doing that. But, I think Wreck Ship's the play here, just to in and out, just pop in, pop out, maybe check right side supers. If it's Fantoon. If it's Dragon, of course, check behind Dragon. Yeah, Ridley definitely not playing nice here. Draig has to watch his energy, has to be careful, just Ridley just hanging around, just pick him up, just don't stop pogoing, Ridley, just pick up, no, not like that, Ridley, no, dog, this doggone Ridley, oh my goodness. Chat, just breathe with me, that is as clutch a Ridley fight with non-ideal items as you'll ever see. My goodness, GG's. Well executed from Draig. That was really something. Yeah, and then the no payoff, just the reserve tank, just a final slap in the face from Ridley. Okay, so that is a vanilla transition here from Forgotten Highway. Kyzentun into the Spiky Room of Death. It's no sweat when the power's out. So if this is Dragon, Kyzen's got a great set of items. Lots of supers, plus charge wave, plus X factors. I'm not sure how effective the X factor strategy is without. Oh, we have a vanilla Fantoon, which means Dragon's at Dragon. Now this opens up all sorts of possibilities here in Wreck Ship. I mean, you got Wreck Ship E-Tanks at Chozo statue, you got right side supers. Is the boss reward for Fantoon? Could be Ice Beam, could be Plasma Beam, could be something, could be Speed Booster for all we know. Oh my goodness gracious me, we've got back-to-back I'm gonna wait a little bit because the dang pre-roll ads. But that is a healthy pair of raids. My goodness. Oh my god, every SpeedGaming channel's rating. My goodness, this is amazing. Kyzentun on the attack here against Fantun. Yes. Hopefully those pre-roll ads are over. Welcome in SpeedGaming 5, SpeedGaming, the flagship channel, and SpeedGaming Deutsch. Willkommen. Good to have you here. Glad you could make it. We do have a really exciting race here as Kyzentun finishes off Fantun. We have Chozo randomization of the major items. Light area randomization plus boss shuffle. But yeah, welcome Raiders. Super Metroid Randomizer multi-category tournament 2022 edition. 3-2 matchup in the 6th week of Swiss between Kyzentun and mrddraig. And this is an interesting play from Draig here to go into Meridia. Doesn't know that Dragon's a dragon, but Kyzentun does, because Kyzentun just finished off Fantun. Oh, there you go, Chad. I am gotta put my prediction hat back on. They call me Nostratowner or Hockey Damus, like Nostradamus. That is a great pickup for Kyzentun. That actually unlocks the ability to microwave both Botwoon and Dragon. And that's precisely where he needs to go next. Yes, Fantun was at Fantun, chat. And why not? You gotta check this item. It could be something juicy. So actually, the sand pits work a little differently in light area and area. So you can actually use the sand pits to like get around a little quicker. Oh, yeah, forget bowling. That's right. Thank you, Chad, for reminding me. There are 3 Chozo locations at the wrecked ship. Yeah, so slight detour here for Draig. Might be... Yeah, this is a head scratcher a little bit. It looks like Kyzentun's going to be full clearing the wrecked ship. Heading up to the attic right now. But Draig checking out the... I guess the northeast Meridia portal. Like, it's East Meridia, but... I agree that bowling's a long check, but... I mean, of course you don't know what Draig is up to, but you're down to 1 boss. You have a great set of items. Maybe Kyzentun's not comfortable with speed Zeb skip or doesn't want to farm ammo, but I think 25 supers is plenty to blow away the Zeb. If the item here is grapple, you're going to have a really fast dragon fight. Oh yeah, good call, Career. They still don't have speed boosters, so I think I would just shoot out the Zebs at this point. But Draig has left Meridia into the wrecked ship, going to be dueling with Fantun here. I'm just waiting with bated breath that this is going to work out for Kyzen. Oh my goodness gracious, chat. What a stacked ship when it comes to beams. That is full beam combination for Kyzen. The wreck ship paying off. And he's playing out of his mind with these checks. That was fantastic. That might be it. That might be enough to ice this one, but never count out mrddraig. But that is going to be a comfy, cozy rest of the boss fights, including Botwoon, Dragon, and of course, all through Touraian into Mother Brain 2. Nice thing too, having gotten Gravity Suit and Space Jump so early, is that Meridia is going to be a cinch for both of these runners. And a really nice Kyzentun fight from Draig. GG's, very nicely done. With the bomb spread to celebrate. Oh, just stunting on him. Kyzen straight across the Eva room, having taken the toilet down from kind of pre-plasma location, trying to get back to the main street, or I should say the pipe maze, or I should say aqueduct. My goodness, Hockey, get yourself a map of this place. Plasma pickup for Draig, that's gonna boost his firepower. Hopefully checks the attic, because I completely forgot about having to get past Botwoon, needing ice or speed. Just completely slipped my mind, chat. Now look at this X-ray scoping. That is one microwaved water sausage if ever I saw one. Beautiful fight from Kyzen. And Kyzen bringing the total super count up to, or I should say powerbomb count up to 30. I love it. Mo ammo, mo beta. So it looks like Draig will be full clearing wreck ship. Not going back to that transition or to that Forgotten Highway, unless he's gonna. Oh no, I'm sorry. The mode transition is what actually leads to Meridia, but still needs an item. Still needs that ice beam. We're gonna see more microwave strats on display here from Kyzentun. The beautiful thing about this is that when you're in a crouch against Dragon, Samus automatically stands up when Dragon dies. So it's just perfect. It's just chef's kiss. Look at that. Perfect fight. And maybe just gonna be rewarded with speed booster, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was an E-Tank or a Spazer. But to get speed at this point is just like the cherry on the top of a really nice run. Oh, it is the grapple beam. And Kyzen elects to pick it up. My goodness. Why not? So bowling cutscene for Thraig here, but Kyzentun, comfortable go mode. Just needs to get all the way back to Touraian, which is in the vanilla location, as it turns out, Jet. Back to the Future for Kyzentun, which is really actually in the past because we've already seen it. But Ice Beam pickup there for Thraig. That will give him access to Botwoon through the pipe maze. Golly me, just been a crazy seed. I love this seed. And like I said, this is a 3-2 matchup, so the winner, if they can win out, has a chance to play in for the playoff. Yeah, huge shoutouts to Kirito. Not only our SG volunteer on the setup side, not only our tracker, but also seed roller and race gatekeeper extraordinaire. How about an elevator high five from these runners at the 58-minute mark? Incredible stuff. I hear you, Chad, it is confusing, but we do it because that's what the statue does. And we'll be seeing G4 in just a minute or two on Kyzentun's screen. Yes, the G4 statue starts golden and then gets darkened one by one as Samus just mows through each of the bosses. Heck yeah, we're bass backwards for sure. Chad asking, yes, Touraian was vanilla. I feel it's an aesthetic choice as well as the correct one, but that's just me. So Kyzentun back to the surface of Zebus Intermetaria, just has to journey to that vanilla Touraian portal. Meanwhile, we're going to see a traditional super missile fight from Thraig here on Botwoon. Love that ship too from Kyzen. So a couple supers on the opener, finishing off Botwoon with a plasma shot and into Botwoon's hallway. But Kyzentun going to be maybe not necessarily coasting to the finish line. Very strong seed though from Kyzen. Really good decision making and very little backtracking. Really optimally routed. And just a little reminder that in the playoff bracket for the Super Metroid Randomizer multi-category tournament, there will be a cash prize pool as well as an RGB modded Super NES going to the winner. I don't remember the cash prize amounts. I know that there's been a lot of generous donations. But there is a distribution, I think, for the top 4. Yeah, no question about it, chat. Hugely generous prizes, as well as this action has really been heating up here in the last, I'd say, the final 2-3 weeks of Swiss. So Thrak showing off the power of that full beam combo here on Dragon. But Kyzentun already into I should say, Metroid Room 4. Gonna be executing the baby skip, because baby skip without speed, that's a tall ask. And down goes Dragon for a Thrak. That is all 4 G4 bosses defeated. So perfectly executed baby skip there from Kyzen. Thrak into Coliseum. Just has to make the long journey all the way back to the surface. Alright, just these Zebatites stand in the way of Kyzentun. Just has to execute this Zeb skip, prevent the other Zebs from spawning. Maybe going with, maybe gonna use all the ammo, but maybe also going with the Spring Ball Zeb skip, perhaps. Ooh, this is gonna be pretty tight. Alright, gotta make these missiles count. I love this strategy, so comfortable knowing that Thrak hasn't thrown up a dot done yet. Going to refill. I respect it. I respect the decision. So Thrak into Retro Grin, heading back to Criteria. Kyzen having refilled. Gave the Zeb skip an earnest attempt, but then said, you know what, the heck with it. Just gonna break the destroy the Zebs, break the glass, come back stronger than ever with full missiles. Ooh, having to go back against, maybe didn't polish off the glass completely, and the glass completely repaired itself. If it's worth doing once, chat, it's worth doing again. But Thrak is just inching closer and closer and closer. About to make it to G4, and the nice thing about light area and full area rando is that it's the Touraian elevator that does the refills. The ship refill still works, don't get me wrong, but it's not necessary to hunt it down. That's a heads-up play from Thraig to disable the screw attack and ensure a tidy Zeb skip. That is 30 missiles delivered to Mother Brain 1. Kyzentun will be starting his Mother Brain 2 fight. 20 shots with this full beam combination. That'll do it for Mother Brain 2 for Kyzen. Dropping in a little reserves. No sweat. Kyzen damages himself down, avoids the second rainbow beam. And setting up for, I believe setting up for stand-up glitch here. But Thraig with the baby skip, facing right, saving 40 frames over 2/3 in 1 second. Look at this stand-up glitch from Kyzen, delivering those full beam combination shots to Mother Brain 3 during the baby cutscene. Thraig, though, fully recharged. Let's see if he can execute his Zeb skip here. Nicely done from Thraig. First try, avoids spawning the rest of the Zebatites. Plenty, I should say yeah, that's what they're called, right? Zebatites? Sure. Zebs. No, that's a different enemy hockey. Zebesians. No, that's a different enemy hockey. Nice. Very nice stand-up. I think that was only 4 or 5 shots for Kyzen on Mother Brain 3. That was well executed. But Thraig is into Mother Brain 2, but this ended up being a lot closer than I thought it would be, Chad. Really terrific. Chad asking how much does stand-up save? I'm gonna go to the gurus on this one. We got some gurus in this, Super Metroid gurus in chat. No speed booster, so no possibility of sparking during the escape. That screw attack paying dividends for Kyzen as he enters the Leodox room. I love it. The left side wall jump from Kyzen on the escape climb. Can you believe it? SpeedGaming 2. Bring it on home, Kyzen. Into the parlor. Nothing between Kyzen and victory except one more door transition, a couple of tidy wall jumps off of those ledges, We'll just have to avoid the steam. Oh, we are going to see the animals saved or perhaps taunted here. We will see the animals saved. The canonical ending from Kyzentun. Unbelievable stuff. No stand-up glitch from Draig, but that's okay. Kyzentun heading up through the parlor, through the door to the landing site. And all the way to the ship. To the cloud pipe ship. Oh my goodness, chat. And finishing with an official race time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 54 seconds. GG's to Kyzen. But we're not done, chat. We got 36 shots from this hyper beam from Mr. Draig on Mother Brain 3. And that's all Draig wrote. Just the escape now. Draig into the Leodox room, blowing away the pirates. Keeping those wall jumps tidy. And how about this? How about a moonfall? Oh, didn't quite get the moon. Left side, strong side for Mr. Draig, making it up the escape climb all the way to the parlor. And Draig also deciding to save the animals. Unprecedented. Both runners showing so much mercy. Mr. Draig and Kyzentun the merciful. And Draig ensuring that that last Edikun does escape unscathed from the acid. That is so thoughtful. Just the competitive spirit of these runners is to be applauded, but so is the mercy and the kindness. And Draig is today's race's runner-up with an official race time of 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 52 seconds. GG's, Kyzen. GG's, Draig. What an amazing race. I think both runners will be joining us for an interview. We are now welcoming in today's runner-up, Mr. Draig. GG's.
Oh, thank you for the GG. And right behind me, today's winner. GG, dude.
Yeah, that was a good race.
Yeah, that was a fun seed, I gotta say. I did enjoy it. It was...
To you, Kyzen, to you, Draig. Race.
I don't know if that was a question. You cut out on me then. Okay. So, I mean, I had a lot of fun with that race. So, how did you find that one, Kyzentun?
Well, I found it an easy seed, so I kind of felt the pressure the whole time because I feel like I need a hard seed to do well. Like, there's nothing that I felt would set you back.
Well, except myself. That's one of my specialties. But I was really glad to just see that you also saved the animals, because I've been doing it through the whole tournament, and it's very upsetting to Dirksu. I love you, Dirksu, but you deserve to be upset about it. But yeah, like, it's not something I used to do. But I took a break, came back, and now I'm saving the animals. Apparently,
I feel like saving the animals is fun. Adds a few seconds, but it's worth it. Also, Baby Mario really wanted to see the animals. I was using the Yoshi skins, so...
Well, I was using the Dread suit, so I feel like it was appropriate that I saved the animals, because without it, Dread's not really canon anymore, is it? So, you know.
Yep.
But, like, what for you was the worst part of that seat?
It's trying to find a way past Botwoon. Have to search everywhere and hope, where's Ice? Where's Speed? Maybe Dragon's in the wrecked ship? Gee, I sure hope that's the case.
I mean, like, I'll be honest with you, when I got to that point, I was thinking to myself, like, all the way through searching the wrecked ship from when I entered there till when I found what I was finding, I was literally thinking to myself, please give me Ice, please give me Ice, please give me Ice. I did not want Speed, because I did not fancy missiling the Zebs, which I found out that you do anyway, you absolute madman. And I was like, I am so out of practice, there is no way I am getting a Speed Zeb skip in less than like 10 minutes. So I was like, please be Ice, please be Ice, please be Ice.
Yeah. My main worry was I could do the CF clip to Botwoon, but it's going to take me like 10 minutes. I'm going to use up all my power bombs the first time, and then have to reset to refill.
Well, in that case, next time you're in that situation, if you're racing me, do that. Because I feel like that would have been a real difference maker for me in this seat. But no, I mean, it completely makes sense. I mean, like I said to you in the race time chat, for me, I'm so out of practice with some of the harder techniques that I didn't even consider Crystal Flash clip a thing when I got there. I started going that way, realized I didn't have Ice or Speed, and was like, ooh, nope, turn back, let's find another way. So yeah, that was definitely not something on my mind. So in a way, I'm glad you didn't do it, because I think in a sense it sounds like we had a relatively sort of even run of what we got and what we went for. And,
my fear was that GT had been Ice or Speed, and then Dragon and Plasma had been the other two. So it was a forced Crystal Flash clip because I didn't visit GT.
Do you know what? I completely forgot about GT because I backdoored into Lower North Air, so I just went straight, fought the boss, ran straight back through the back door out, and I was just gone.
Yeah, I tried. I had 11 supers, wasted them all.
Well, you know, that's part of the fun, isn't it? I mean, you know what? Mentioning wasting supers, the backdoor into Sportspawn, I don't know what happened to me today. It was like I completely forgot my position into my shot. It took me like 6 attempts to get it, and I only had one or two missiles at any point during it. So it was really like, oh, why am I doing this? And then it was X-ray, and I didn't even pick it up, and that obviously then punished me at the end against Dragon a little bit. But I have no regrets. X-ray can stay where it is. X-ray got blown up on the planet in my game.
I've had required X-ray seeds in my presets, so I always pick it up just because I've had to use it before.
Wait, when you say you've had to use it, so go on.
I'm so sorry, Thraig. So I think my ISP is playing nice, but I really don't have any questions for you both because you both did such a wonderful job talking amongst yourselves. I think this has been the best interview I've ever held as a commentator.
I mean, it's definitely been the easiest interview you've had to deal with. Really having had to get involved, having had to mediate between us in any way. It's definitely been a solid for you.
No mediation required, but I did want to say before my ISP decides to take another, wanted to wish you both, GG's. What a great race you gave us. I thought the seed was super interesting with what it was giving you kind of in the early and the mid game. Kyzen, you're looking at possibly making that play-in race. Got to win out next week. Thrive, you had a terrific tournament too. Maybe just talk a little bit more about what you've thought and how you've been playing and what you're looking forward to for next week.
You go first, dude. You won, and you are the one that we are now hoping wins next week, gets in that play-in, and gets in the playoffs. Because if you're going to beat me, please get in the playoffs. Make it worth my while.
Yeah, now I can't fool around next week. I was going to fool around, use the invisible sprite.
The invisible sprite.
I've learned all these other sprites. Why not learn the invisible sprite?
Oh my gosh, that sounds borderline sadistic, guys.
Do you know what? I would love to see it. I'll be honest.
Next week I have to be serious.
So I suppose for me, I've been pleasantly surprised by myself in this tournament. I came in after not playing Super Metroid for over a year, since the end of Rando League 3. And during Rando League 3 as well, I had my second child. So that sort of became a low priority as it went on, and sort of focusing on the trying to admin side of things got more important. But I've been pleasantly surprised, because I came into this thinking, you know what, if I can win one by week 5, week 6, I'll feel good about this, because the standard of runners has just skyrocketed in the last couple of years. Some of the new guys showing up in the last year or two are absolutely phenomenal runners, and a lot of the guys who came into Super Metroid scene at the same time as me are so far above and beyond where I personally am right now, for good reason. They've put in the practice, they've done the work. I really, really thought I would be lucky to squeeze a win out before we got to week 6. So to be 3-3 at this point, even though I just got eliminated from contention for the play-in race, I'm feeling really good about it. I had a lot of fun. I honestly haven't had this much fun playing Super Metroid in most certainly longer than a year. So it does feel really good to be back into Super Metroid and really enjoying it. So I've had a great tournament. I've really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to next week, where I can be silly, but I will not be using the invisible sprites, because I am not I have nothing to punish myself for at the moment. But I
right
will
off
be
into
saving
the sunset,
yeah, no, or just drop out now, and you can just play the old Incredible Hulk Walking Away theme song behind me as I go.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm looking forward to next week, and I think that there's a lot of very good runners that are currently 3-3 as well, and there's still some very good runners who will be in that 3-3 bracket going forward to next week. So I know I'm going to have a tough race next week anyway, but I'm feeling really, really good about Super Metroid, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to Kyzen's race next week, because I am really hoping he gets that win, because I've been watching a couple of races for different people when I've been able to through the tournament, and he is definitely someone who has stood out to me as just someone who I hadn't seen playing the game before, particularly. That's really just a high level rando runner. So yeah, good luck for next week, dude. And just before I shoot off, Hockey, thank you for comment. I believe you also tracked for us, unless someone else stepped in.
Yeah, Kirdo handled the tracking.
Thank you so much.
I did the first couple items, but yeah, Kirdo stepped up. So shout out to Kirdo, not only SG setup but also tracker extraordinaire. So
definitely big shout outs to both of you there. And obviously, as always, shout out to the tournament organisers, especially MM2, who I swear has not slept a second through this tournament with how quick he replies to questions in the Discord.
I picked up that grapple beam for MM2, so that's 15 seconds.
And I'm also going to say, while I love MM2, I also picked up Spring Ball for you, dude. Love you. But yeah, no, thank you to everyone for stepping in. Thank you to everyone who turned up to watch. Thank you for the race, dude. It is a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing everyone next week when we have a lot more fun, I'm sure.
For sure, Thrag, for sure. We do need to wrap it up, though. I think it's been wonderful. Like, I agree with everything Thrag said. Kyzen, thank you so much. GG's to you on today's win, and we'll see you hopefully vying for that play-in race spot next week. The settings for next week are exciting. Make sure you check the schedule. There's a lot of races still today, tomorrow, and through the weekend. But that's going to do it for us here on Speed Gaming 2. I have been the Hockey Towner. On behalf of everybody at Speed Gaming and all the tournament organizers for the Super Metroid Randomizer Multi-Category Tournament 2022 edition, wishing you all a pleasant evening and a better tomorrow.